Dude, we are genuinely so back. You know that in the past 48 hours, the Democrats have raised $250 million? The Future Forward PAC was reserving a bunch of money in case anyone became the frontrunner other than Joe Biden. The Future Forward PAC was waiting for anyone other than Joe Biden to be the frontrunner. They were holding it like contingent on someone else being the future of the party. And Kamala herself, through the Act Blue, has raised nearly $100 million. $250 million in 24 hours. Do you have any idea how insane this is? This is the single best fundraising day for the Democrats broadly in any specific campaign. I don't even know how long. In terms of like single day donations, it beats Donald Trump after his conviction when he became a convicted felon for being a rapist. Stormy Daniels, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking the documents case, but it's like, no, the Trump judge pushed that one back. Vosh, that's not $250 million. Well, if you add $150 million and then you add that to 90 million, you get a number that's very close to $250 million. So, you know, just a little bit of like table math there. The energy from new donors has been genuinely insane. We covered in the past the RNC having no money. Is it still the case? The RNC has not had much money. There are some state RNC divisions that don't have any money at all. The Trump campaign has a lot of money because of course it does. He's been campaigning. Elon Musk has pledged $45 million a month to it, like through his PAC. So yeah, it's the Trump campaign has money. However, $250 million in 24 hours is unbelievable, like genuinely unbelievable. The momentum for organizers is also off the charts. A Zoom call to mobilize black women in political organizing got 40,000 people in it, and they raised $1 million in 3 hours. I'm telling you, man, Georgia is as good as ours. Something mainstream media won't report. There was a Zoom tonight for black women organizers for Kamala Harris. The call had a max of 1,000 people. They hit it immediately and got a hold of the Zoom CEO to help. I wasn't aware that the Zoom CEO had the ability to hit like a big red button that upped the caller limit, you know? I mean, that's cool, I guess. I think that the CEO of a company should be able to hit a big red button and like immediately change something about the program that they're CEO. I think they should have that option, you know? Calling John Zoom, exactly. Is Cenk actually stupid? Without looking at the tweet you've linked? Yes. $150 million in new commitments from major Democratic donors in the past 24 hours since the president announced he would step aside in the race. Dude. Future Forward already had $122 million in cash on hand. Before Biden dropped out, several major Democratic donors threatened to withhold their donations after the president's feeble performance. Feeble! Man, Politico, not holding back, huh? In the June debate, the senior aide described those donors who pledged $100 million as having been stalled but now doubling down. Never let them tell you that this was like some crazy online-only decision, okay? Everyone wanted Joe Biden out. Yeah, the energy right now is palpable. Everyone who underestimated the extent to which Joe Biden dropping out and Kamala Harris becoming the frontrunner would energize the donor and like voter base should suck my dick. If you've underestimated that, you don't know politics, baby. I know my shit, okay? And you know what I know? People like memes and people like hope and people like energy. This is the problem with liberals, man. Liberals don't understand that politics is more than policy. Politics is more than, well, Joe Biden did policy. Who cares if he can't talk for shit? He's a steward of policy, you know? Who gives a shit, man? Politics is vibes, baby. Politics is a dance. Politics is a song. You gotta hit that shit. Look, politics is a dance, and look, okay, Joe Biden's a white boy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Is Bernie and AOC liberals? Both rhetorically and literally, yes. Future Forward has already reserved $250 million in TV and digital advertising earlier this year. Me sitting down and turning on cable TV for the first time in 12 years so that I can be hit with like 17 pro Kamala Harris advertisements in between, like for every commercial break, you know? I'm out here watching like 90 Day Fiance on cable live at just so that every 7 minutes they're like, the following is an advertisement brought to you by Kamala Harris for America. And I'm just like, let's go. This is the biggest amount of donations the Dems have seen in Act Blue history, even more than when RBG passed away. Nice. That's fitting, you know. The donations that we received in the wake of RBG being the most selfish piece of shit in history of American politics being supplanted by donations following Joe Biden being significantly less selfish. That's nice. That's nice. The Biden campaign already had 100 mil in the bank. That is wild. Yeah, this is American finance law, but the way it works is that you can only donate so much money directly to to any political candidate, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. If you register a campaign, you can donate to the campaign, but you're limited in how much you can provide that campaign. So if you want to donate directly to Kamala Harris, the limit is $2,500 per year, I think, right? It's 2,500, right? That's the limit that you can make in a direct donation to a candidate. However, if you make a PAC, you can donate to that PAC an infinite amount of money. There's no limit. 3,300? Okay, 3,300. Maybe it changed. I remember it being 2,500. Well, whatever. You can donate an infinite amount to a PAC. The thing is, the PAC cannot be directly controlled by the people who run the campaign. So if you give a bunch of money to, say, the Future Forward PAC, you can give infinite money to the Future Forward PAC, but they cannot be controlled by the Kamala Harris presidential campaign directly. The PAC can spend that money in favor of Kamala Harris. The PAC can run attack ads and defense ads and do whatever they want, but they cannot coordinate with the campaign. They are their own institution. So this is the Future Forward PAC, which is one of the you're talking about super PACs? Okay, yeah, super PACs. But nowadays when we're talking about stuff like this, like the super PACs, yeah. But Future Forward can spend a bunch of money to that end, and you can donate infinitely, Can the PACs work with the DNC itself? No, the campaign for Kamala Harris is like an apparatus of the DNC. The DNC cannot control the PAC. The PAC is a private institution. Note, they do coordinate anyway. Yes, in practice, they do coordinate anyway, but there are limits on it, and it's dubiously illegal. Well, no, it's objectively illegal for them to coordinate, but they do it anyway, whatever, okay? So that's the difference. This is a PAC that people can give infinite money to. When corporations want to make massive donations, they do it to super PACs. When Elon Musk is giving 45 mil a month to Donald Trump, it's not directly to Donald Trump, it's to Donald Trump's super PAC, of which he has several. When you see stuff like this, Democrats have now raised over 90 million via Act Blue. These are direct donations made directly to Kamala Harris's campaign via the DNC. That means these are mostly regular donations, like grassroots donations. When big corporations want to make donations, they don't do it through Act Blue. If you or I want to make a donation, we do it through Act Blue. So 90 million in basically 24 hours only from regular ass people. This is only the money that has come in from regular, ordinary, blue-collar, workaday Americans. An insane, record-topping amount of money in an incredibly short amount of time. Think of it this way. Remember the despair that you felt when you heard that Elon Musk was going to be contributing 45 mil a month to a super PAC for Donald Trump? There are only 4 months to the election. 45 times 4 is 180 million. This is 1/2 of the total amount of money that Elon Musk, one of the wealthiest men on earth, is going to be giving Donald Trump through his super PAC in a single day, only from regular ass voters. In addition to that, we have the 150 million in new commitments to Future Forward, in addition to the 122 million they already had, in addition to the amount of money that the Joe Biden campaign trust already had. We're talking in total, the total amount of money that they have on hand right now, both directly and through super PACs, is probably totaling in excess of $500 million at this point, which is unbelievable. A lot of that is already penned for TV ads and everything, This ain't the only PAC either. This is just a front runner. Can corporations and Elon Musk write off their donations? Officially, no, but yeah. I'm sure there are ways around it. What do you say to Kamala's voting record? Kamala has one of the most left-wing voting records in the Senate. For a while, it was even more left-wing than Bernie Sanders, depending on how you judge the metrics. She has a very left-wing voting record. Is it worth it for us to donate to the Harris campaign? Well, will she use the money better than I'll use the money? I will use your money if you donate to me to buy new pants. Kamala Harris might use it to, I don't know, forestall the collapse of American democracy into fascism. Whatever you think is more important. I want a refund. No refunds. Already a quarter billion in TV and digital advertising this year. Do you have any idea how much a quarter billion gets you in TV and digital advertising in a 4-month window prior to the election? Do you have any idea? Like, concentrate. They're throwing that shit down in Georgia, in Pennsylvania, in Arizona, in New Mexico. Like, they're throwing that shit down in you know, specific states. 3 Super Bowl ads. Okay, all right. Let's not go by Super Bowl pricing. Kamala Harris has reportedly declined to preside over the Senate for Benjamin Netanyahu's address to Congress this week. Huh. We'll see if that ends up being true. Oh, it's been confirmed. Capitol Hill reporter just confirmed Harris refused to meet Netanyahu. Beast! There you go, guys. That already better on the the Gaza issue than Biden. Confirmed? Nice. What if Harris does buy new pants? I suppose that's a possibility. Chance the youth voter turnout will be higher than 2020. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be higher than 2020, but I think that Kamala Harris being the frontrunner just skyrocketed the youth vote. There is not a young person in America who would have been like enthusiastic about casting a vote for Joe Biden. It would have been begrudging at best. This, however, another big thing that goes in Kamala Harris's favor is that she's mimetic. I know that sounds like a very stupid like reason to win the election, but if you'll cast your minds back to, I don't know, all of human history, mimetic advertising has been the bedrock of basically every Democratic election campaign ever. Think about how in like the 1950s, people were wearing pins saying like, "We like Ike," you know? People were winning and losing elections based on how catchy a slogan was. Like the idea that, oh, no, actually, the American voter cares about policy. They don't care about you. Stupid piece of shit. You know nothing. Nothing. You know nothing about politics. I know everything. The low IQ, you know, politics is all about meme magic versus the medium IQ. No, politics is about policy versus the high IQ. Like politics actually is about meme magic perspective, you know? Have you noticed she's using the Obama cadence? No, I think you're just being a little racist. She's just talking the way she talks. Who's spending the most? Have they already switched over the... Oh, look at that. The interns over at the FEC.gov have already switched over the name. Who's spending the most this election cycle? Kamala Harris is now up here on top, having spent more than double Donald Trump. The big issue with Democrats is that they often have trouble like spending the money that they raise, which is hopefully why I'm hoping that the people at Future Forward, with the $250 million they have, that they're going to do a good job with the allocation of their wealth. Where are they spending this? I'm in PA and I see no ads. Ad spending doesn't happen until the very end. Ad spending usually has a very short-term, like temporary effect on people's voting perceptions. The interest in ad spending is mostly to remind people of the election and to get them out there more so than to change your mind, you know? Mind-changing ads versus like get on out there now ads are very different, and it's usually better to focus on the latter. Changing a person's mind via an ad's pretty tough. My dad was going to vote Trump, but he told me he will now vote for Kamala because she's good-looking. Lamau. Yeah, that's the American voter for you. There you go. We taught this chimpanzee to understand the median voter's politics, and he hanged himself. God bless. God bless the median voter, which is, by the way, an ableist slur. Rivaling like the worst ableist slur you know doesn't come even close to being as bad as median voter. If someone called me a median voter, like on the street, I'd commit seppuku right there. What's your opinion on John Tester as a VP pick for Harris? I'm sorry, I'm a Josh Shapiro boy. I know Shapiro sucks. I just want to win Pennsylvania. I want Blennsylvania, okay? I really don't want Rennsylvania. Cooper's also an option, but I think the likelihood of North Carolina is lower. Bashir, Gretchen hasn't even chosen. Like, Gretchen doesn't even want to do it. She specifically denied she wants to be VP. What about Mark Kelly? Yeah, but Arizona's worth fewer electoral votes. Don't you think Arizona can win on its own? Do you not believe in the authentic Blairizona? Do you not believe in the good old honest homegrown Blairizona? No? All right. Maybe me either. I'm from Kentucky and we all love Bashir. I really don't think we're getting Blentucky. I just don't think we're getting Blentucky. I want it. Kamala campaign's been posting about Bashir. It's going to be Bashir. I think Bashir and Shapiro and Kelly are all up there as like top picks, you know? Here, we're doing it again. All right. Here we've got what we the predictions based on current polling. Okay? Okay. My personal opinion, now that we have Kamala Harris, I think that Georgia is a light blue. Genuinely, I do. I do. I do. I do. I think that Georgia's a light blue. I think that's a solid pick. Personally, I also think Michigan and Wisconsin are very likely locks. You know? Pardon me for being optimistic, but I really do think that like the increased level of energy as well as distancing, like Kamala Harris distancing herself from Joe Biden's record on Israel, I think there's a decent chance. I don't know about Wisconsin. Let me be optimistic, okay? Let me be optimistic, all right? So if we assume those three are correct, we only need one more state, actually. So it wouldn't actually matter whether we had Josh Shapiro or Mark Kelly, because both of those would lock up their respective states, you know? Like, Mark Kelly would basically guarantee Arizona, and Josh Shapiro would basically guarantee Pennsylvania. So... Oh, it's also worth noting, by the way, that if we get Blensylvania, we actually don't need Wisconsin. We only need Michigan. Oh, actually, no, we could go without either of them. We would only need one. Yeah, we'd only need two. So yeah, we could get, if we get Pennsylvania, assuming we get Georgia and Pennsylvania via Josh Shapiro, we would only need either Michigan or Wisconsin. And it wouldn't matter if Nevada, and Nevada's probably going to go red. Let's be real here. You know, that would do it. The Electoral College is such a bad system. Yeah. My main issue is just like, we're not going to get Blentucky, and I don't think we're getting North Carolina either. Like, that would be really, really nice. But I don't think we're getting North Carolina. If we do get North Carolina, let's say we get North Carolina, okay, you know, let's say we get North Carolina. Now we do need Michigan, you know? Now we do need Michigan. It can't just be Wisconsin. But we're more likely to get Michigan than Wisconsin, right? In my humble opinion. I think we have a higher pull with Michigan than Wisconsin. So, yeah. Do we really think there's a chance of the Republicans winning Michigan? I guess it's not impossible. It seems more likely to me than not that it goes Democrat. Light blue. Light blue does not mean guaranteed Democrat. It just means likely Democrat. So if we got Michigan and Georgia, at that point, we could get Pennsylvania or North Carolina to win, but Arizona wouldn't be enough now. I'm optimistic about Kamala winning, but not about Georgia turning blue. I don't know, man. Did you hear about the 40,000 black women in that Zoom call the other day? Unironically, we have like good evidence pointing to black women being like the power brokers in Georgia, you know? Not that it matters much, but how many more popular votes will Kamala get than Trump? How the f would I know? I can say one thing for sure, like absolute guarantee, no doubt about it. Kamala Harris will win the real vote, the popular vote. But we're working through an undemocratic system that unfairly allocates more more electoral college elector votes to smaller states. What do black women want? I mean, demographically, they probably want Kamala Harris more than they want Donald Trump. I'm just guessing, you know, based on the polling. What about Tim Walz from Minnesota? No, I don't think that's a necessary pick. Any chance of Indiana switching? I mean, do you believe in miracles? No, I don't believe so. One of these days, man. One of these days we're getting Texas. I'm telling you. The first ticket the Democrats run that has a tough on crime Latin individual as either the president or VP, that's going to be it. Some like steely-faced, Catholic, like thick-necked, maybe like a veteran Latin guy who's lived in El Paso for 28 years and is like, yeah, I love immigrants. I love immigrants in America, you know, but we need to be tough on illegal immigration. That guy is going to sweep Texas. It's not even going to be close. Lalo Salamanca 2028. Lalo has already won my heart, okay? He can win the presidency. Kamala is a tough on crime chick. Well, for one, not Latin, and for two, a chick. I hate how accurate that is. Yeah, well, you know. I'm feeling optimistic, guys. I really am. These are the things that I truly believe, okay? If Kamala Harris goes with either Shapiro or Bashir, we get either, oh, sorry, not Bashir, Shapiro or Kelly. We either get Arizona or PA. I think we get Michigan. I just think we get Michigan. I believe in Michigan. And I genuinely do think we get Georgia. I am optimistic about Georgia. I really think we get Georgia. So from this position, PA would secure us the win, just flat out, or it would need to be Arizona plus Wisconsin. Michigan depends on Muslim turnout. Yeah, I mean, she'll be better off than Biden, at least. Shapiro does not deliver on PA. He's not known here. You don't think people in Pennsylvania know Josh Shapiro? I feel like they might know him a little bit. Michigan is harder than Georgia, IMO. I hope so, because that would mean Georgia is pretty easy. That would be nice. I would like to believe that. Why is Ohio being written off? They thought they were a swing state? No, Ohio's a swing state for local politics, but because, again, median voter syndrome, there are like 5 deep red states for the federal that are swing states for the local. I mean, how do you think North Carolina, Pennsylvania, how do you think they get Democrat governors? You know? If Ohio like flattened the IQ curve a little bit, they could be at least a swing state. Yeah, Kentucky as well. We can't pick Kelly. We can't afford to lose the Senate seat in a special election. But Kelly would definitely get replaced with a left-leaning individual, right? I mean, they didn't even care for why am I blanking on her name? I hate her. Kirsten Sinema. Yeah, they like the Kirsten Sinema was a huge disappointment. No, Arizona has a special election law for replacements. Really? The Democratic governor would choose his replacement? Do they have a provision where the governor gets to choose the replacement? Hold on. Yeah, for 2 years? Vacancy in the office of U.S. Senator or Representative. Vacancy shall be filled at the next general election. At such election, they shall fill the unexpired term for the vacant office. The governor shall call for a special primary election and a special general election to fill the vacancy. The governor shall call the primary election within 72 hours. It doesn't look like they pick it. It just looks like they... Wait. For vacancy in the office of U.S. Senator, the government shall appoint a person to fill a vacancy? What? What? Why would they hold a special election for a representative but not a senator? For 2 years? They have to be of the same party? Okay. Whatever, man. I mean, okay. Don't you think this would be a phenomenal way to make Carrie Lake really upset? Katie Hobbs appoints like a Marxist-Leninist replacement senator. Carrie Lake screams about a coup. I don't know, guys. My politics or whatever makes Lake mad. What happens when the votes turn out 269, 269? Presumably battle to the death.